Good evening if you're in the United States, and good night if you're in England. This is Uncle Jesters, and Uncle Jesters FC presents Chelsea Family Barbecue. I'm joined by one of my good friends, Josh. Josh, how you doing this evening?
I'm doing good, man. Glad to have the window over with. Excited about the game tomorrow, and yeah, doing well.
Awesome. Josh is in the car, so he has the adult things to do. So we're gonna let him chime in when he can. Some other people are on the way. We're doing a little special transfer edition to where we're gonna talk about the transfers that came in and how maybe that they're gonna be utilized by Tuchel. These are our opinions on what Tuchel's gonna do. That doesn't mean he's gonna do it. Okay, so for all those haters out there that are gonna come on and say, "Well, you said last week he was gonna play like this and he didn't." Well, okay, I'm sorry. These are what we think he's able to do with the people he brought in. Big up to everybody in the comments right now. Miss Melina's here. Jeff, Liam. Come on, folks. We got to get some people's in. So we got 5 people watching. If you haven't shared it on your socials, do so, please. Like the video, subscribe, all that great stuff. And our next guest is now arrived. Man like Carlito, what you say?
What's the word? Says the bird. How we doing?
You know, we're just no. Let's not do bird as a word. Bring back Family Guy flashbacks.
Bird. Yo, man, I thought we were only gonna get Aubameyang, man. No Fofana.
Oh man.
No.
You're gonna beat this dead horse, aren't you?
No Zachariah. No Alvarez in January. No Arsene in January. Fuck no, right? Okay, got it. Cool. Moving on.
Yeah.
Hooah.
Of course, everybody's pessimistic. I don't understand why it's okay to be pessimistic about stuff. I opt for positivity because if you can't live your life negative, it just sucks.
It does suck.
I saw some people like giving this window like a 6.5.
Oh,
I'm like, come on, man. How is that? Like, we almost replaced the entire team. Like, how can you say that, man? It's such a positive window with all the outgoings, the deadwood off the wage bill that we've literally all been complaining about for the last 3 years. Of fresh blood into the team. One of the best young center backs in the world. Went and got one of Tuchel's favorite players, Aubameyang, at the end. We got an actual man-sized defensive midfielder to come in at the last minute to give us a little additional depth. People are talking like Conte's out for the year. He's only out for a couple more weeks, so probably like after the international break, and we'll have a nice rotation again. So, yeah, very excited.
How excited are you that an 11-year-old boy is not going to be starting center mid for us?
Yeah, I mean, ecstatic. I mean, he's built like an 11-year-old boy. But
I was talking about Bildo Baggins, but I guess you could say Jorginho as well.
No, I was saying, well, we don't discuss 11-year-old boys unlike other channels. We're not doing that.
No, man, Billy Gilmore, brother. I saw that kid holding his mom's hand walking home from school today, man. That guy is teeny. Oh, no. That was never going to work out. It was never going to work out.
Yeah, I think so.
Did you? I don't know if anyone got to read what Tuchel's comments on it. For me, it sounded a bit like the year that he played, half a year he played under Tuchel. Sounds like the following year Tuchel wanted him maybe to stay with the team and play 8 or 10 games in the team, and he decided he wanted to go to Norwich on loan, and we saw what happened there. And then at that point, I think it's one of those things where now, in Tuchel's eyes, he's a year behind in his progression. And, he wanted to play and stay in the first team again. And we just don't have spots for those kind of players. So he had to go. But, it is what it is. It's not a problem for us anymore. So
Did you ever get the sense that maybe he skipped puberty?
Yeah. Bro, he's going to play at Brighton, isn't it bad enough?
Do you think it was just like puberty was knocking on his door and they were like, I don't think he's home. And they just kept on walking.
You'll get me canceled for little people abuse.
No, dude. Martinez already did that to himself.
Oh, good Lord.
Yo, let me tell you something, man. Aubameyang, he's playing Tuesday. All this shit about his face is broken and he's going to be out for 6 weeks. That was misreported. He is going to wear a mask like Future, right? Mask on. Fuck it, mask off. Okay? He's going to play on Tuesday once they get him his mask. He's fine, which is amazing news.
Yeah, I think Tuchel said he's going to get fitted for his mask today and then give it a try on Sunday in training and then go from there. And I can imagine if he's going to give it a go in training, that means he should be probably able to go Dynamo game.
Yeah, Osherman wears one down at Napoli, and so I'm guessing he probably had a cheekbone that was fractured.
Yeah,
maybe over here into his jaw. It wasn't a broken jaw, folks. You
Good
don't
God,
speak
no.
if you have you're not talking to anybody with a broken jaw, because it means the bone is actually separated. It's actually through the entire bone. If it's fractured, yes, you could put a plate in there to make sure the fracture doesn't get any worse, or you just put a protective mask, let it heal. And you move from there. You don't. This idea that I want to make this general statement, and I'm not the biggest fan of the media, but media tried to sensationalize everything they put in because they need people to read it. And if the message was, well, he's got a slight fracture, they'll put him on a mask and he'll be fine. Okay, no big deal. Nobody wants to read that article. Oh, he's got a broken jaw. Everybody's like, well, why is Chelsea? They'll retweet the article intact and go, why is Chelsea buying Aubameyang? He can't play for 6 weeks. You might not even have read the article. I do that crap all the time just because I can't be bothered. I don't want to see pop-ups and ads on my screen when I'm trying to read something. I ain't paying.
Those pop-ups and ads are why the website's free, Jared. No, and look, let's call this what it is. Why does the media sensationalize? It's because there's too much media. And it's because everybody's overstimulated. There's too many things to consume. And if you're just giving a straightforward headline, people will ignore it because there's too many things being reported on, too many publications competing against each other for advertising dollars and clicks and eyeballs and unique visitors to their website. And if you don't catch their eye, they will not see it.
So let's go into the latest one of these. Kovacic needed surgery.
Yeah, in 5 months.
Yeah,
he looked okay in the second half last weekend.
Yeah, this is something that they knew this summer. He was going to play on it because he goes to the World Cup. You're not missing the World Cup, which happens every 4 years. And he's now in his prime for, I'm guessing, what's probably to me is a meniscus. If I thought of one injury you probably could play through, depending if you can manage the swelling and the pain, would probably be a slight tear in the meniscus or something like that. Definitely, it cannot be a ligament tear. He's not out there doing what he does with a ligament tear. So, go ahead.
Well,
since you are the player, the coach, the scout, the ever knowing.
I was just gonna say. I mean, I've seen players play on ACL tears. Like I've seen players play without ACLs at all. It's really just a matter of how you manage it. With him, there probably is a slight tear in his meniscus. I mean, I've done it. I waited till the end of the season and then I took care of it. There's certain injuries that you can't screw it up more. There's certain injuries you absolutely can. And I mean, look, Tuchel said today, Kovacic is in line to start tomorrow. So this is probably part of his plan after the World Cup is over. And when that is over, that is when we're going to be bringing in Alvarez.
Right.
Correct.
Maybe that's the plan. Like if Kovacic has to have surgery at the end of or beginning of the year, they get Alvarez in January to cover for him. Or another
Yeah.
midfielder that shows out in the World Cup that they might want to take a flyer on. But yeah, if it's Alvarez, yeah, then that'll probably end up being the plan, right? Kovacic will just have his surgery in January, give him 6 or 8 months to heal up and be ready for next season.
Well, and look at this, man. I mean, Alvarez is going to replace probably Jorginho anyway, so ingratiating him early on into the team is good.
Right.
So I want to address something real quick because I where I can, I will back my panelists when they say something. Yes, you can play without an ACL. There was a basketball player, I think he plays for the 76ers a few years back, that tore his ACL and never got surgery on it. And so basically he didn't have an ACL in one leg. And he played basketball.
Yeah, one of my best friends was a professional skier. He didn't have an ACL anymore, and he skied for like 7 years on it. So get out of here. Come on, y'all. If y'all don't know, don't comment.
Yeah, I mean, this is the barbecue, so sometimes the guests that get invited to the barbecue sometimes get a little too close to the fire, and they can get cooked too. Especially if they're messing with another man's grill. You don't do that.
Hey, Jared, I will have you guys know, since this is a barbecue motif, I did grill some salami. And I put it between 2 slices of sourdough bread, and I had myself a nice salami sandwich. This was earlier today, but it was a grill, and I wanted to throw that out there.
Oh, Andrew. Hey, welcome to the show, brother.
I saw that too.
Yeah, so yeah, I'm not here to go at my my esteemed guest in the comments, but when there's a factual thing I need to point out, there's a factual thing I need to point out. So let's get into some of these transfers. Of course, we had we started late in the season.
Mm-hmm.
With the ownership being what it was, the takeover, we didn't start till end of June, beginning of June.
Yeah.
Somewhere in June first they had to come in and they had to go through and find out who needed to go real quick and who needed to stay. They had to sort things out. So coming in already at the beginning of the transfer window, they had to do a few things like figure out, first of all, what we're going to do with Lukaku. And Todd won out to the detriment of both Czech and Marina. Your thoughts on that, first of all?
I think it's what got them fired. I think that their insistence, and this was a little bit of CYA, but their insistence on giving Lukaku another year probably had a lot to do with the fact that they signed off on the transfer to begin with. And when Boli went to Tuchel and Tuchel said he's got to go now, then Boli's like, well, if there is so much turmoil and acrimony between club, player, coach, and team, then the player's got to go. And it's actually staggering and remarkable how quickly we did get that deal done, because there was people saying it would take all summer, it may not be able to get done, and Boli, I mean, my God, like a sous chef, just all the way through, did it real quickly. It was unbelievable.
Yeah, the movement this summer from Todd Bowley, who is coming into he understands sport overall. This is a new sport for him. Mm-hmm. Coming in, being basically the managing owner to the certain. There's other
basically Jerry
Jones,
club, right? Basically Jerry Jones.
He did the Jerry Jones. He did for all intents and purposes. If y'all don't know American football, Jerry Jones is the owner of the Dallas Cowboys. He is also the general manager of the Dallas Cowboys, which is probably why they haven't been in the Super Bowl for so long. But I digress.
Dak is whack.
I don't. I'm not a Cowboys fan from way back. Okay, there's the issues there. We won't get into them, but
Well, guess who I'm with? Broncos country. Let's ride.
Broncos. Yeah, I have some funny Broncos stories as well. But yeah, so we did that. We shifted, and probably earlier than expected, we relieved Check and Marina of their active duties. I think they were still in a consultant role, or they were available to be consulted on things, but they weren't active in the club,
and they weren't asked anything.
And no, they weren't, because everybody has to understand the things that have gone wrong. That was pre-bowling. All the Frank disaster with all the people he brought in. Before that, there's been some really horrendous windows here of late. Not really much, and that was all pre-Tuchel, really, and pre-bowling. And so this is the first window that Tuchel's gotten anybody to the barbecue. He was playing with, he was inviting other people's families to the barbecue. He's going to get to invite his family to the barbecue. So when I mean his family, his squad, his people, his choices. And then now you can actually say, well, Tuchel is either good because he's got his people. He can't be worse than what he was with other people's people, right? That's the expectations, correct?
It's interesting because it wasn't just a clear out of the dead weight on the team. It was a clear out of the dead weight in the executive branch, in the cabinet, in the fucking business side of this club. I mean, it's unbelievable the amount that we were allowed to accomplish, and I had snuck on to Carefree Lewis's stream yesterday. I watched for 2 minutes, right? 2 minutes. And they were talking about rating the window, and one of these dickheads, I won't say who, but one of these dickheads said that the window was a 3 out of 10. And I'm sorry. I have to say, Jared, a 3 out of 10? In what world is buying the best young center back in the world, the best available left wing back in the world, the third best center back, period, in the world, one of the best strikers of the last decade in this game, okay, the best young goalkeeper in the MLS, an up-and-coming defensive midfielder from Switzerland, okay, and then the most in-demand winger that was available in the entire league. I don't understand where the fuck you get off saying 3 out of 10. What are you talking about?
Yeah, it's been pretty shocking from these people. And of course, this all comes down to they didn't get my guy. This is what it comes down to. And
it's exactly right, by the way. You're exactly right.
They didn't get my guy. They got somebody else's guy. So that's why I have my guy here, Carlito, a.k.a. Ryan. You might see him in the chat.
Hey, by the way, Prime wants to call in if he's allowed to. We should let him.
We can do that. Prime,
awesome.
I will send you the link real quick.
Yeah, Prime's cool. Prime's a buddy. Prime's a buddy of mine.
If anybody else wants the link.
Yeah. So, but Jared, I mean, I just have to say, Carefree Lewis is there. Carefree Lewis it was his stream. So yesterday, Lewis, somebody on your stream gave the window a 3 out of 10. This aggression will not stand, man. This aggression will not stand. I will not abide a 3 out of 10. An 8 out of 10, a 7.5 at most. But a 3, I will not abide. I will not abide.
The dude abides. Yeah.
That was 3 quotes from Lebowski, Jared. 3 quotes.
Yeah, I got you.
But no, I mean, end of the day, look, I think it was a fabulous window. The only thing we probably didn't get was the right wing, but at the same time, if we got Ziyech, we got Pulisic, who at times were starting right wings on his team within the last 2 years. I think they just need to buck the fuck up and stop being babies and get their spots back.
Andrew, I'm searching for your name so I can pull you in a group. Crap. 1 second, folks. I don't have a secretary yet. They sold Billy Gilmore, so I don't have a secretary anymore.
Hey, let me ask the panel, because you guys are watching and it's fabulous. Are you happy that we sold Billy Gilmore? And if yes, tell me why. If you're not happy, I don't care about your response.
Aha, found him.
Perfect.
Who else? Who wants to come on? Lewis? See, I would love to hear Lewis's opinion. See, because when you stream, your opinions get shrunk down because you got a panel there, right? So,
Jared, he has a disorderly panel.
yeah, and so I would love to see some unfiltered Lewis, or maybe he's not so unfiltered. He probably has some foreign substance, but probably the least.
I always wonder when he's vlogging, right? Like when he's live vlogging himself in a game. I always wonder if he catches himself thinking something that is very inappropriate to say live before he says it live. Like with me, I just let it fly. But with him, I'm always wondering if he's like, oh, I shouldn't say that. And then he shuts down his vlog or something before he catches himself.
Well, look at here. I've got an English contingent or an Irish contingent.
Oh, yeah. The man who surfs in winter. What's good,
Oh, what,
man?
me old muckers? How we doing?
Where's the top hat? Where's the top hat and the monocle?
Prime, what's up, man? What's up, Prime?
What's going on, guys? How are you doing this evening? Okay,
Yeah,
1 minute.
All good, man. Yeah. So it's a fun. I like transfer window last days. I thought we were going to live. I was waiting for us to get to Neymar at about 9 p.m. UK time. I was waiting for that to drop, and for people to go mad. I think you were discussing Billy Gilmore. What I found funny, I don't care if we sold him. What I found funny is that's good. What I found funny was the flow outrage and the general support of him. And we only got 9 million for him, dude. He played 4 games for us. What do you?
Yeah.
We bought him.
Andrew, I have never seen someone dine out on 2 cup games like that young man. Yeah. Can you imagine how much unearned ass he's gotten in the last 2 years because of those 2 cup games? Oh my God!
But you can't say that. He got a little amount of ass.
Hey,
the dad jokes will go on
oh wow, Jared, I don't know, man. I think I may need to put you on salad duty, my brother. This barbecue, needs a timeout box. Oh my gosh!
But yeah, so we had to rebuild the defense that, of course, lost Rudiger and Christensen when he was available, if he didn't need Pepto. I did. I sent Lewis the link. He has it.
Throw the damn towel.
So we did that. I think an upgrade. You have to say that Koulibaly's top 5 in the world, and Fofana's the top 5 young talent at that position group. So nobody else got two center backs of that quality in the summer. Can you tell me anybody?
No.
Nope.
I cannot. No.
I'm sure the people down the street will go. Well, we brought in a kind of half of that grouping of center backs. Of course, they're talking about somebody who's 5'6", so we understand the half.
Hey,
you had to pay a full transfer fee, though, didn't you? They didn't give you half price on that.
Yeah.
No, I kid them because flawless. This will get out to flawless, and you have to say something.
Are we talking about Gilmore? Gilmore.
We were talking about Martinez from Man United. He's a
no,
guy.
but I mean before that, like.
Oh
Gilmore,
yeah, Gilmore, yeah.
Gilmore is a player I do like. I do rate. I would like to see him in the squad, but he's gone. I'm not going to cry about it though. I've seen legends leave my club, and I haven't cried. Gilmore, Cho, KEB, etc. These guys aren't worth crying about, in my opinion. I don't care.
Kennedy left as well. Kennedy left. They got Kennedy out as well.
That's a
Wow.
shame. That's a shame. I loved
Really?
Kennedy.
Really?
Oh, he's my beer league all-star, man. Every July. He's unbelievable every July. It's my guy, dude. It's my guy.
Yeah,
He sees 15 minutes.
Oh, man.
Again, we've been calling for Deadwood out. We finally get rid of him, and we're like, well, we didn't get too much money for him. No, they're Deadwood. We didn't sell. Look, we didn't sell Marcus Alonso. We agreed to the termination of his contract plus 14 million euro for Aubameyang.
Yeah.
Okay, that was the deal. Hey, Todd B, rip up his contract. So Marcus Alonso was terminated. He was fired.
Barkley as well. Barkley
Yeah,
got
Barkley was
terminated.
fired as
Hey,
well.
Mishi Batshuayi as well, brother.
No, he went to Fenerbahce. I think.
No, but that was a free transfer.
Was it a free transfer?
Yeah. Hey, look, but you have to look at it this way also. Some of these guys are on 100+ grand a week, man.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
shit adds up. So it's not just a transfer fee. It is also how much you're paying this dude to not play.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were. I think they were all around 100
It
grand.
all adds up, man. I mean,
That's like-
100 grand a week. There's 52 weeks in a year.
That's 5.2 million.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah, that's 15.6 million we just saved per year. And with us putting these players on long contracts, especially the younger ones, going to get 6 and 7 years, whatever money doesn't get paid, I know we kind of paid most of it up, if not all of it, up front for Fofana just to get the deal done. But the other ones, these younger ones that we brought in, you amortize the transfer fee over 7 years. Yeah, okay, you pay a little bit more, but you're not a 4-year or 5-year contract. You're a 7-year contract, so it doesn't look that big.
And also, it's, I really wanted Kepa gone, but of course he's got 3 years after his contract. So that's £24 million before tax. They can't rip that up, obviously, because that would be a major hit they can't take. I wanted him gone. I can't forget Bakayoko gone. I mean, that is literally, it's just my wish. The last one was Kepa. I think that was it.
Yeah.
I'd like to get the Deadwood out. Imagine that. I think we've got Babarama's gone on loan, but no one really cares. We've got Matt Miazga around.
Yeah.
Miazga gone from 15.
Don't be
It's like-
talking about my center back. That's my
What I
center
didn't
back.
What I didn't get was, what I didn't get was, we can't do everything all at once, so why not? We just got rid of all these guys.
Right.
We could have got it in. What it was is that, I don't know if you've mentioned it, the midfield was not, but the midfield issue is not on Bowley, it's not on Clearlake. The option of not looking at it for a while or just last minute is obviously on the manager, thinking he could get a tune out of what's there. I believe the Ajax dude will sign. I've never seen him play, so I don't even
all
watch
the time.
Ajax in well, that's fine. I don't watch Ajax in the Champions League, so unless we play them. But I think the report's coming out today. Last night or today, it was like we were going to revisit it in January.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Andrew,
you
he
got some
plays for
pop in your
Mexico.
mic. Yeah, so we know you brought some pop to the barbecue.
Hey, Andrew, he plays for
driving.
Mexico, and in where Jared and I live, they play El Tree in the bars all the time. Especially because I live in Utah, Jared's in Texas. Like they play Mexico games in a lot of places, so we watch this player play all the time. He's very good. Yeah, he's very good.
And I can tell you that Zachariah and Alvarez are the same player.
Yeah,
Zachariah might have a little bit more. Does have more quickness and speed.
He does
than Alvarez, but they're the same player, which tells me they're not playing as a pair. They're playing, and this is where I was going with some of this, to go to the 4-2-2-2 from PSG.
Yeah, I can see that.
And so if this is my opinion, folks. So if you want to barbecue me in the comments, that's what we're here for. And even the panel can do it as well.
Go ahead, Jared. Sorry.
At a certain point in his management, and I don't know if they played this all the time, but they played a 4-2-2-2, and they had Marquinhos as one of those sixes who would sit and build up between the two center backs. Mm-hmm. So it basically becomes a 3 as you build up, and then that sitting 6 is allowed to get involved in the offense to a certain point. If there's a space to run into to help build up play, or to make a pass, or to take a shot. And then they're the first one in retreat once that's happened. They have to have that discipline. But that's where I think we're going to go, because Zakaria, to me, and Alvarez both remind me, not on the center back side as a Marquinhos, but both of those players have also played center back. But so they have that physicality. So you play more of, instead of having a back 3 where Thiago Silva stays deeper than everybody else, you have a back 3 in defense, but one of those back 3s is a DM and is actually more forward than the other 2 center backs.
Yeah, what he's talking about is in possession, goalkeeper gets the ball. The 2 center backs, they push wider. The defensive midfielder pushes back to create almost a flattened triangle, and the outside backs push diagonally up. So you have this kind of like a W in formation, but the outside backs are higher, much higher up the field. That is one way to play out of the back.
So it's like a makeshift back 3.
Yes.
It's but just what it looks like. It's just what it looks like. But essentially, when you lose the ball, the outside back shifts back. But I mean, one of the teams that I coached a couple of years back, we did this, where you'd get the ball, and then the center backs would go wider, D mid would drop, and then the outside backs would push really high, and then maybe one of the attacking mids can push into the space between the outside back and the center back as well. So it's this constant fluidity and shifting of movement.
Oh, real quick before somebody else goes, I need to introduce my next guest. He shouldn't even need an introduction. This man is as famous as anybody wants to be. It is the streaming demon, Mr. Jeffrey Lewis G.
That's such a good nickname, dude.
The streaming demon. That is unbelievable.
Hey, Lewis, how many selfies you get a game, brother?
Not even a lot. Not even a lot.
Oh,
I
you
made
lying.
the odd one or two, and that's still humbling and all that. But
No. I'm talking about the ones you're seeking out for other players.
Oh, other players. So who I bump into, isn't it?
Yeah.
I know where to find them.
Yeah, I like the one with Andreas Christensen. By the way, I was a fan too.
Oh, trust me, I'm still mourning our departure, but we'll get through it.
Hey, Lewis, let me ask you a question. Is Barcelona fucking with him every time that they announce the reason why he's not playing a game?
I don't know. That admin's a dickhead. I can't lie.
Yeah.
He's doing it on purpose.
Oh, yeah.
I said he had a cervical fracture when it was a neck problem.
Lewis.
Well, your cervical means your spine. So
No, he said it was he had a cervix. No. He said he had a cervix issue, not cervical. He said cervix.
Lewis, you know what it is?
What he meant.
It's because they know Chelsea fans are in the replies and comments. So
Oh yeah, of course. But I think it's funny.
it is, look. Did it really take, an Arsenal fan to tell y'all how to act? Really, this is what we're doing now. Even though she's the best Arsenal fan out there, she still has more sense than most of my Chelsea brothers in the chat. Come on, folks, run up the lights. I'm trying to do something here. We're trying to bring some order into the chaos, some spark of light into the darkness, man.
23.
This is what this is all about.
No one's arguing.
Jesters, they were expecting Cho slander and they didn't get it.
Yeah, exactly. Disappointed.
Well, no, look. that is low hanging fruit, and it's already been burnt. You know, it's like the grease left on the grill when you got to clean it the next time. You turn on the fire really hot so it burns off the excess. He's smoke, man. He doesn't exist because guess what? We have a new number 20. So he don't even have to. We don't even have kits out there with Cho on them anymore. They're going to be on. They're going to be on half price.
They gave away his number so quick. Wow.
Hey, Lewis, I wanted to get your take on this. Man Knows Football. Is that an actual collaboration with Barstool?
What? His channel.
Yeah, well, no, not just his channel, but his the T-shirt of Lama Blood Clot Yang, all that.
Yeah,
other
no,
shit.
he's been working with them for the last. I think he's been working with them for the last year or so.
No shit. Okay, so that's the thing then. Him and Expressions and Troops and Za and all those guys, they're kind of cultivating their own little team over there. I think that's really cool.
Yeah, no, their content's amazing. I love it.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck yeah. You know, they have their own, like, man cave in the middle of that office. It's just for football.
Yeah, you need to see to stop filming with that fat prick on Thursdays. And other than that, it's all good.
Oh, is it a big cat? Big cat?
No, no.
Wait. Goonie streaming with Andrew.
Yeah, I already said
No.
it.
Oh,
Wow.
I already said it before. I said it before. I diffused it. See, I saw it coming.
oh, that's brutal. Hey, Lewis, I'm just saying right now, they gotta hire you, buddy. They gotta hire you.
I hope so, man. It will be an unbelievable day when that happens.
Oh, you do so well there. The company's built for you, man. Your personality, I think it'd be great.
I hear it, but
Lewis,
they got
Lewis.
Goonie in there now, don't they? So they got their Chelsea guys sorted.
Lewis, it's legal over there as well, isn't it?
It's basically legal here.
Hey,
What do you think I'm billing up as we speak?
Oh, this guy.
Yeah,
hey,
but you're doing it behind
I
camera.
found
You're
out
doing it
that,
behind camera.
in the state I live in, as long as it's derived from hemp, it's legal.
And in the state I live in, it ain't ever gonna be legal, man.
No. Yeah. I am not going to go throw some Utah slander out there. I don't know who.
It's okay. It's okay. We still have the hottest women.
Hey,
I mean,
Jester.
I've seen those girls from London, man.
Hey, Jester, it doesn't matter the state you're in. It doesn't matter the state you live in. It's just the state it gets you in. That's all.
Oh, look at that. Look at that.
Be in the
Hey,
right state.
Hey, Jared, so there was actually a really good question earlier.
Are we
on the-
really
on
going to
the
do
panel
this? Women from London. Are we doing this?
that I wanted to talk about was Aubameyang, and I'd like everyone to give their opinion on what they think.
Brilliant signing.
Yeah.
Can't wait for him to mud everyone who thinks he's washed. I look forward to it.
How about you, Prime?
Uh-oh. We have a doubter.
Oh, you
Bro, listen.
fucker.
I'm gonna say the same thing I said about when we signed Sterling. So long as these bastards create for him, he'll score goals.
Mm-hmm.
Fair enough.
So
Enough.
that's all. Just create chances for him and he'll score.
How about you, Jared?
Oh, for me, I think again he's another one of these missing pieces to a 4-2-2-2 or a 4-1-1 or 4-1-4-1. Can play in either formation. He's played in both formations with Tuchel played a variation of the 4-2-2-2. A little bit at Dortmund, but it was more of a 4-1-4-1 because he had Royce. I want to say he had Royce and Aubameyang more forwardly placed.
Yeah.
If I remember correctly. It's been a while. Many brain cells have been killed since then. I should say.
How about you, Andrew?
No, as long as they get Paul Pogba's witch doctor to do something on the number 9, then I'm all good.
Oh,
Yeah.
good shout. Good shout.
I like that. He wants to sacrifice a live chicken.
No. Listen. This time, This time, when Aubameyang doesn't do well, it's not the 9 shirt. It's Astrid Wet. She ruined him.
Oh,
Yeah.
Astrid Wet destroyed him before so it's not the 9 shirt that cursed Aubameyang. It's
Yeah,
Astrid.
look. You're just giving her more views, bro.
yeah.
Is that
Also,
that?
Timo.
I mean, I know it's only
OnlyFans,
20 people, but come on.
But also Timo, control your woman, okay?
Oy.
Hey,
But-
I gotta say this one thing, Jared. 4-2-2-2 or any of the other internet football Twitter patois that everybody says, whether it's regista, D mid, holding mid, number 6, tricarista, all this shit. Yo, it's all the same fucking thing. A 4-2-2-2 is a 4-4-2. It's a 4-4-2. That's it. Okay, y'all ain't reinventing the wheel. Okay,
4-2-4.
Don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. It's all the same
4-1-1.
thing. Yeah.
4-1-4-1.
I mean, look, guess what? What we do know is that the front guys are going to be exchanging spaces, and that makes it more difficult to mark them. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
I like that style of play.
Yeah, and actually, if we want to bring up some underperforming players,
Mason Mount.
Him. But if you're going to get anything out of Kai Havertz as well, this will be the formation to do that. And then everybody can say we were wrong, or Go ahead.
It's the formation flight numbers to Germany.
Hey,
Wait.
You are not hating on my boy Kai right now, are you? Come on,
Oh,
Lewis.
please tell me you're not a Havertz stan.
I'm Stan. I'm 34 years old. I don't stand shit. I stand my girlfriend. That's about it. But no. I love Kai Havertz. I just think that he's playing like shit. There's a difference. He's not a bad player. He's just playing like shit.
yeah, and so
I'll debate the player pop. Everything else, I agree.
Fair enough.
I hope he
German
proves me
James
wrong,
Charles. There we go.
No, mate.
And
It's a German,
also-
it's a less talented German Peter Crouch at the moment.
Oh, that is brutal. That is brutal.
Also, this fine lady right here has a YouTube channel. Check her out, Miss Molina. She does a lot of FPL stuff. So I know that she wears a different color shirt than we do, but that ain't nothing but a thing. Good people are good people. So give her a follow. Subscribe to her channel. She's brilliant. So,
Hey, Lewis, did you
Yeah.
really think we were going to continue to sell and loan out defensive midfielders without bringing in someone? I mean,
I was actually worried it
you were
wouldn't happen.
stressing. I could feel your stress through the computer screen.
I was genuinely worried it wouldn't happen, and at least we brought somebody in. I'm not going to judge him too much. I need to see how he plays for us before I say anything. But I've heard mixed things. But here's what it is. We needed a midfielder. We got a midfielder through the door. Can't complain too much.
fair enough.
Wait, has anyone actually watched Zakaria play?
Oh yeah, I have.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on him?
Well, again, I'm not going to take what Allegri did to him because they used him totally wrong.
I read
It's
that.
some players play. They're not system players, but they're better in certain systems because they're allowed to play certain ways and certain and so Zakaria at Bayern Mönchengladbach,
Yeah.
which is where he came from before he went to Allegri. And
Same with
Juve.
KDB. Same with Marco Marin. Same with a couple guys.
And so he played as a drop-in DM, like I said, that they used Marquinhos for. He actually played in that formation. And I want to say it was under Rose, wasn't it? Marco Rose? That was the coach
Not sure.
there.
Oh,
At that
sorry.
time?
I was thinking about the Dortmund player when you said Royce. I was
So-
like, what?
No, not Royce. Rose.
Yeah.
It's spelled Rose.
Yeah.
He just got fired from
went to
Dortmund.
Didn't he?
Yeah, he did. He got fired.
How many jobs that dude going to get fired before they stop hiring?
Yeah.
But you have to see they play similar systems in Germany. They all come from certain teachers, and they employ and play a certain way, and that's why most all of them there play high lines.
Yeah.
We have a German manager who does that in the Premier League. His name is Jurgen Klopp. Came out of the same system.
Yeah.
And Tuchel likes to play a high line with a back three, by the way, where Thiago is the one that drops back to clean everything, sweep up. But you see our center backs regularly pushed up on both sides, almost into the 18-yard box. Mm-hmm. So he does play a high line. But the problem with that is if the other person that's told to stay back is wearing number 5, there's only so much ground you can cover, and that dude covers ground like a 90-year-old woman with a broken hip.
Jesus Christ. Lewis, I'll explain to you what the player is. Remember when we bought Bakayoko, what we thought he was going to be? This is the player we thought Bakayoko was going to be. He's 6'3". He's very quick. Positionally, defensively, he always puts himself in good positions to win the ball. He's very good at coming from behind and stripping the ball without fouling. Like
Yeah,
he
Aaron
imposes
Wan-Bissaka.
physicality, but without really fouling a lot. On
Wait,
top of
wait,
that,
wait. Did you say he's good at getting stripped?
No, they like stripping people from behind, like
Okay.
coming around, like Aaron Wan-Bissaka. He's got long legs.
yeah,
Yeah.
he'll reach around, and like actually what Paul Pogba used to do at Juventus. Yeah. I got you.
He has strippers on his mind.
No, but the other thing is that he's calm on the ball. He's actually got good feet, which is something Bakayoko simply didn't have. When we bought him, we thought he was going to have at least a decent touch. He actually had the most horrendous touch. No, this player is he's an all-around player, and there actually aren't any glaring flaws with him at all. None.
Let's go. Sitter or box to box?
Sitter.
No, he's a sitter. Like I said, he'll
He's a
sit,
sitter.
Okay.
and I can explain the role real quick. He sits to build up play, so he'll drop in between the two center backs. They'll go wider.
Yeah.
And he'll build up play that way. He's supposed to be the last midfielder back when we're in attack, but he is occasionally allowed to go forward to find space to pop a shot, maybe help with through balls. But he's also has a responsibility. If he's that far forward, he has to understand he has to be the first midfielder to come back.
Yeah, let's keep it simple. We're going to ask him to do what Rodri does. They're going to play the same position. Yeah, it's D mid, whatever you want to call it. He sits in front of the center backs, and he facilitates tempo, possession, switching of the ball, switching of the pace. So yeah, it's all those things. But at the end of the day, what we're also going to do, and Lewis, I'm sure you actually saw this. I'm sure Prime, Andrew, all you guys saw this. Is that we're still in for the IX D mid as well. And what I think the goal is, the end game is to always have two starters for every position. And right now you've got Calvin Phillips, who's obviously he's not as good as Rodri, but Calvin Phillips is still a good player. And you have Calvin Phillips and you have Rodri, same guy, same position, one slightly better than the other. I think the end game is for us to have that in Zachariah and in Alvarez. And I think that's a really good call. I think that's a really good call.
Yeah. Did you guys hear what he said about Kovacic's knee?
He was meant to have surgery.
He opted for no. Yeah, he opted not to have surgery, and that was purely Kovacic's call because it was one of those things. We did talk about this because we were talking about how reporters like to sensationalize the news, put some sensationalism in it to help sell the article, the advertising behind it. His knee injury is most likely, if I had to guess, if you put a gun to my head, please don't, because you won't leave my house alive, but that's okay. That's another time.
Hey,
it's probably a torn
I'm in
meniscus.
London, baby. I can do what I want.
It's from the Leeds, right? I think it was from Leeds. Remember the Leeds tackle? Daniel James.
Yeah.
Might have been from that.
No, it was the same thing he had this summer when he missed a lot of the summer. I think he's probably either got a torn meniscus.
Oh, not this Leeds game, just the
No, Jared. He's talking about one of the last games of the season.
Yeah, the 3-0 win away.
Yeah, the one where Jesse Marsh told them to injure our players.
Yeah, Daniel James nearly chopped them in half.
Yeah. Speaking of short frauds.
Yeah.
He just got sold again.
Was it ankle? I don't know. But this guy's picks up so many injuries. I can't tell. Anyway.
Well, it's close-in dribblers are always going to have lower extremity injuries because of close-in dribbling.
I guess it's Croatia is at the World Cup, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yes.
This will be something that we do after the World Cup, which is why again we're going to go for the IX center mid in that window.
Good. We should.
And that does allow Conor Gallagher, who is staying, so he's playing, to play further up the pitch. And so when he makes those mistakes, they'll be in the opponent half, not in our half. Same thing with Mason Mount. Ruben hopefully moving there. Because if you play a back four, what will happen is it'll be Reece James. I suspect you'll see Wesley Fofana. At some point so it'll be Thiago Silva, Koulibaly, and then Fofana will play right back. Or what will happen on the rest days for James is we'll play a back three, and then you'll see. But I don't think Ruben. I think the Ruben experience Spearman at wing back is going to have to go away.
That might be something to look at in January as well.
Could
Yeah.
be. Could be.
That position. I was.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Speaking.
Oh no! Hey, let Andrew finish. Let Andrew finish. Let
Aspie
Andrew
on
finish.
Tuesday. I love the guy, he's a legend, but that was a horror show, even more
Yeah.
so in the back four. And I'm not comfortable putting Ruben there all the time. Some games fine, but I need a specialised person who plays there. You know what I mean?
But speaking of right wing back, yeah, fuck you, Fat Frank, for not letting us get Anthony Gordon.
That's not over. I don't think Prime. I don't think that saga's over. No.
Oh no.
Fair enough,
Anyway,
would have been perfect for that
Anthony
position.
Gordon, shame.
You destroyed my
Oh.
club when you destroyed my club when you were manager, and you're still destroying it now after you've left.
Say it louder, Brian.
We're not
Say it
destroyed.
louder,
We're not.
Say it
We're not
louder.
destroyed. So Lewis, not an Anthony Gordon guy, huh?
No, I like the player. He just wasn't worth that price tag at all. I understand the valuation for from Everton's side, but that's enough for Chelsea to just walk off.
Hey, Lewis, you were Lampard in. We don't care about your opinion.
I
I
was not Lampard in at the end. That is a lie.
Hey,
See,
no,
this is what happens when people have
No,
too much alcohol at a barbecue.
no, Lewis, you jumped ship when it was going down.
Too much-
You
too
jumped
much
ship
of
when
spicy
Yeah,
Titanic.
at the right time.
No, Lewis.
Spicy
Lewis,
wings.
Lewis, you jumped ship when the Titanic was
Hey,
going down.
hey,
I knew
Prime,
you were
hey,
hitting the
Prime,
iceberg.
hey, Prime.
I saw the iceberg. I saw
Prime,
the iceberg.
is it illegal? Is it illegal to change your mind? No, it's not.
No. Yes,
No,
it
it's
is.
not.
Actually. Yes, it is.
No,
You
it's
know,
not.
When you
You know,
don't
like
give the guy
Aubameyang-
credit.
You know, like Aubameyang's got the Arsenal tattoo. Prime's got a Frank Lampard tattoo.
Oh.
Here we go.
I saw the
Here's
iceberg.
the first shot.
I saw the
thrown.
iceberg. I saw the iceberg.
All right. Well, let's not talk over each other. I do want to ask you, Lewis, was his price tag just circumstantial, just because of where they're at, them not being able to replace him, end of the window, the whole deal? Yeah.
Yeah, no, I get Everton's stance at all. I completely
For sure.
understand Everton's
For
side
sure.
of it. But like from Chelsea's, that's why it's not a smart transfer.
Mm-hmm.
But we moved. There was other options we could have gone for, but we didn't even bother looking at them.
Hey, failed experiment. I just have to say, I was informed before I became a YouTuber and a member of the Chelsea family that every player that comes from outside the Premier League has to have a year to adapt to the Premier League because it's so hard and difficult. So I was purely saying what I'm bound by the contract I signed when I became a Chelsea YouTuber, that I must say that every person struggles coming in their first year into the Premier League, because that is what I was told to say whenever a player comes in. That is my defense. It might be bullshit. It might not be. I'm just
Jesters,
saying.
that's because you signed the proper Chelsea contract. You signed the right contract. That's your fault, Jesters.
Hey, Jared, you should have known as a Chelsea fan, Diego Costa did not need a year, bro.
Yeah, well, look, all I'm saying is that's what I've been told from everybody as an excuse.
You're right,
You
but
can't count the first year.
You should stop listening to everybody because everybody does not know shit, dude.
Yeah,
I will
so-
say as well, though, for a striker at Man City, it's very easy for you to succeed.
Yeah,
being
come
on
on.
Champions League.
Come on. What are we even talking about here? He touches the ball 10 times a game.
Yeah.
Come on.
Because it's
Three
at
goals.
City and not Chelsea, he can do that and still get G&A.
Right.
Lewis,
well.
no, but Lewis, don't say it's as a striker it's easy to succeed at Man City. Is Jesus was riding bench
I
Well,
don't
he
know
didn't
why
get
he
it.
was riding bench, in all honesty.
because he's
but-
not good. Because he's not good.
That's just
Yeah.
ridiculous. Yes, he is good.
Completely different Jesus.
No, he's not. Jesus does this a lot. He'll have a little purple patch. Jesus does this a lot.
He's not had a
I
purple
hope
patch
you're
for
right.
Arsenal. They scored 3 goals.
I think that 5 games is
Andrew,
not a
that's his
patch. I think
purple
5
patch.
games is a habit.
Okay.
Patch, he only scored in 2 games. He can't call it purple patch. He only scored 2 in 2 of the games out of the park.
Oh, see, they just keep coming for me, man. So let me address this one. How do you know he didn't have surgery? Or maybe he opted not to have surgery and have it heal on its own. The problem being was Madrid rejected him because he wouldn't go get an MRI.
Who?
So Holland,
Oh, okay.
they because it was their release clause in the Dortmund contract. They had right of first refusal on him.
Of course.
So when he wouldn't go get the medical because he was worried that they'd say, no, we're not bringing, we're not going to sign you. Or if it gets out, it's bad, then your market value drops and you're not able to leave the club he wanted to leave because he had quite clearly outgrown that league. So he refused the MRI. So they said, we're not going to have another Eden Hazard situation, which, by the way, is linked to the reason Fofana went to the United States to have his ankle looked at by a specialist.
Mm-hmm.
So, because we didn't want to drop 70 M's on a player that was playing on a bad wheel.
Yeah.
So, well, that's why maybe he did have surgery. Maybe he got through it with rest. But Erling Haaland will get hurt in this league at some point this year.
Hey,
It just
go
is
ahead,
what it
Roger.
is.
Hey, this question is for Lewis and for Andrew.
Who's eating?
What? Oh.
Sorry, it sounded like someone was eating.
Oh. You guys live there, and you're seeing, the Man City fans are getting very riled up, which is appropriate and as they should. Holland's leaving in 2 years. I mean,
Yeah.
let's call a spade a spade. And there's still no guarantees that they'll win Champions League because it's actually like the fucking hardest thing to do in all of sports. It's harder than the World Series. It's harder than winning the heavyweight title. This is the hardest thing to do in sports, is to win Champions League. And there's no guarantees. And in 2 years, he's gone anyway because he's replacing Benzema. So, I mean, sure, he could be a demon for the next 18 months? Fuck it, I don't give a shit. He's a cool player. I like him, but he's gone in 18 months, so I don't really care.
Yeah. And that is
Plus,
the
they
case.
got Alvarez there anyway. He looks quite good.
Who, by the way,
Yeah.
cool player too. Julian Alvarez is pretty sweet.
Yeah, he looked very good. It was Forest. I don't know what you take from that.
I think Forrest just bought 22 players, Lewis.
Oh my god,
22 players.
Yeah.
Hey, they can scrimmage each
They were-
other.
They were going to take Batshuayi, but we didn't put the paperwork through in time.
I don't buy that. I don't think they wanted him.
I think there was a loan though for
It
Batshuayi to
was,
go,
that was why.
and we got rid of him.
Yeah,
we got rid
exactly.
of him.
I think we were trying to say take him permanently.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay.
Yeah,
it's
the
fine.
fax machine didn't work,
Yeah, who
so
still
we
uses
don't have fax
who still
machines
uses
anymore.
Who's a freaking fax machine anymore? Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
Jesus.
no, it was Fenerbahce was going to take him, and so when you release a player, cancel a contract, and I think Ryan's eating. I think that's what's going on. I'm hoping he's eating.
Me?
Yeah.
That's not me, dude.
Who is
Oh,
it?
it's a
then?
rapping sound. Sorry, I'm billing it. One second.
Oh!
Of course, you should have known it was Lewis. We know.
Oh, God.
Oh, good God. So anyway, I don't even know where I was now. I'm so lost after
Yep.
that.
Lewis spilling the Havertz pack. Let's go.
Hey, let me ask you a question.
That's some
Lewis,
shit weed.
Hey, Lewis, did Louis Beneventi get fired from his non-league managerial job?
No, that league folded because he's just shit at his job.
Oh, you hate to see it, dog. You hate to see it.
What happened? What happened?
Imperial Wharf came and went. because
Oh,
he-
yeah. I always wonder what happened to DTFC. That one, too.
Imperial
I
Wolf.
think they just changed their name.
A
Yeah.
smart
Imperial
move.
Wolf.
They actually look like they
Imperial
play decent football.
Yeah,
they're
DZ
now known-
made a good team. I'll give him that.
Imperial
Yeah.
Wolf. I remember that club.
Yeah.
What happened to it?
Their manager, man. He ate all the orange slices at halftime.
No, the orange slices are healthy.
Oh, shit. You got me
Pizza
there.
slices.
Good Lord.
Oh, shit.
I just want to say that the host of this show does not endorse any of these views. They are the
That's what
views
you
of
said
the
backstage.
panelists.
Oh, no.
Right.
This is
Alone.
Carlito saying. This is not Jared's. This is
Yeah.
Carlito.
No,
I'm the one
that's a
talking
joke.
shit.
I'm
I'm the one talking the shit.
We're at a barbecue. Everybody feels the heat.
Hey, there you go, baby.
Someone spiked the beer.
So also, I want to also tell the audience out there that, and everybody here, that our football wants Zakaria gets bedded in, will look more like Liverpool in the way they play.
I don't know about that. Liverpool
pressure-
Liverpool 2 years ago would neglect their midfield. They were a pretty vertical team.
Well, I'm talking about the pressure, having the high line.
Oh, I thought you meant style of play because I was
No,
going to say
they-
no, that is not how we
they-
play.
No, but the pressurization, getting high up the pitch,
Sure.
putting pressure on the ball. That's what. Look, if you're going to get the best out of Mason Mount and Conor Gallagher, use all that endless energy they seem to have, and get them to turn over the ball, so you get some easy goals. Because in any sport, getting an easy goal, getting an easy bucket, getting an easy touchdown, home run is considered an easy way to score in baseball. They all have their easy ways. If you can turn them over high up the pitch, and you've got those poachers like Aubameyang and Sterling up top that have not yet dropped back, and you're able to play one of them in, 9 times out of 10, you're gonna hit the back of the net with that ball. And so,
sorry, Jesters. Sorry, go on.
no, so I think that in whatever formation we're going to play, if it's going to be he'll probably call it an inverted 4-4-2 or something like that. You know how Tuchel likes it. No, it's not any of those things. I'm smarter than all of you. It's a 4-4-2. But
can you envision? It's late at night, so I've got weekend brain because I finished work.
You're okay. You're all right. You're all right.
Can you envisage a
Lewis has weed brain.
Barkley? Let me finish, bro. A Barkley Kovacic situation 18-19 with Mount and Gallagher, in where one of them starts, one of them subs.
He's talking about the 60-30 thing, right,
like
Andrew?
One of them, whoever starts, one of them could come on for each other.
It was like clockwork with Mauricio Sarri.
It's like, well, we know what one sub's happening.
Yo, by the way, the announcers would notice it. They're like, oh, 60. I get paid to play football for 60 minutes. Sign me the fuck up.
But you know what I mean? It's like if the goal is the end goal is to move Gallagher up.
Yeah.
At least we have to use him. We're going to have to use him before the World Cup. It's just logical. Do you think that could come into effect where Mount gets rotated a bit more because we've got someone who's near to him, like in Gallagher and vice versa?
Well, go ahead, Jared.
Well, again, you will see Mount play as an 8, hopefully. And again, if you're going to get the best out of Mason Mount, it's going to be at the 8 position. Sorry, he has too many flaws from the forward position because news break, he is not a freaking forward.
No,
he's an 8. And he's a midfielder, and that's where his work rate is great because you get that from the middle of the pitch, and you're able to pin them in and to have them make a mistake. That's awesome. You'll likely see both of them play if we do play with 2 8s and a 6, whatever type of formation you want to see going forward. That 6 being Zakaria or Zakaria, however we're saying it nowadays. Zach attack.
It's Zakaria.
Zakaria. So
Zakaria. I also think it's Denis, but it might not be. I don't know.
We're just going to call him Zach.
Zach's good.
That's good enough. You might see them both play because especially if you're playing, a bottom rung team where if you do put pressure on them, they're just going to suffer and turn over the ball. And I think that maybe you'll see us play more of a back 3 against your Liverpools, your Cities, your top 6 type clubs.
It's gonna be interesting, obviously, with the midfield selections, how he rotates them. It's got to be very careful.
Well, you gotta be fit first.
That's what I mean.
There's no rotation if they're not fit.
That's what I mean. It was like if you look at what the options for today are, where we are. It's like Jorginho, Gallagher, Ruben Loftus-Cheek, and that's it. Well, some people say Chukwuemeka, but it's really them 3, isn't it? So it's 3 really.
Kova.
Oh, Kova. Sorry, Kova. But
who's probably the best of all of them.
Yeah, the best.
Actually, he is the best. He's the best. Andrew, I'd actually like to answer your question.
Yeah,
I would like Conor Gallagher to not be on this team. Number 1, I don't think he's good enough. Number 2, I would like for Mount to not be a starter. So then there would be someone else playing in front of him. And I think that in 2 years, it could very well be our boy Carney.
Well, yeah, I can understand that, the long-term vision. It's just that with the way the squad's shaped at this moment in time and the way he...
Right, but if
people
Ruben, sorry to interrupt, I apologize.
Yeah, no, go on.
If Ruben, who I do actually think is playing off and on, not bad. I think that if Ruben gets shifted out of wingback, which now obviously he will be because two of the best at their position are going to be playing in their proper spaces on the right side now. I would say that I would start Ruben in the midfield actually.
Well, if Ruben actually got out of his own head and realised he's built like a big shithouse and not
there are times, Andrew, there are times he is so fucking good.
Yeah,
there are times he is so fucking good.
Yeah, and then he becomes so timid.
Lewis, you go to these games. I mean, are we seeing something? I mean, what do you see in Ruben? Because when he's on, dude, like people can't out athlete him. He's unbelievable at times.
When he's switched on, but it's like very few and far between when you see those moments with him.
Yeah.
He was not switched on at Southampton.
Oh no,
poor Leeds.
Jesus.
He was pretty bad.
Oh.
Well, I would never play him at D mid. Like if we had the choice, I like it. No, put him at what you guys call the double eights or anything. Just play him in front of the other two. I actually think he'd be pretty good.
Yeah, well, dribblers are going to dribble. That's what they do. They always, all of them over dribble.
Yes.
Because dribblers are dribblers. Also, I think that having 2 8s in the side would help Carney too, because I'd much rather him play as an 8 because he's got the skill set from that midfield. If you want to talk about a playmaker, he's sitting there wearing number 30. If any of those midfielders that we have brought in is an actual playmaker from the midfield position, he wears number 30.
Yeah.
So
it'll be interesting to see whether he's still when he goes, if he does switch formation.
Are you talking about Chuamaka?
Take care, everyone. Big up.
Cheers.
All right.
Thanks
for coming on, brother.
Love.
Enjoy Wales tomorrow as well.
Jesters, are you talking about Chuamaka?
Yeah, Chukwuemeka.
Have you guys watched? Oh, have you guys watched him play?
I've watched him play against us. And
all right, I don't remember him against us. I'll be honest.
I do. He came on. I was like, oh shit. He made Malang Sarr and Chalobah look like what they are. Not good.
That's not hard. That's not hard.
Well, yeah, I'm meant to be. I'm meant to know that Chalobah's good enough to play at Chelsea. Okay. I'm Chalobah out. He needs to follow these other frauds that you thought were good center backs out to other teams and go have a career. But look who we bought. If people don't understand, you don't go pay 70 million pounds if you have the person in your squad you're already paying. You don't do that. You go buy a 70 million 21-year-old because you don't have faith that anybody else in the world, including the ones that you have in your team, is going to develop to be what that guy's going to be. Because you didn't buy him just for this year. You bought him for the next 7.
Well, it's contract.
So
his contract's for the next 7 years. So it's like.
So they obviously have more faith in this kid than they do any kid that we've had here. Okay, you can't. People say, "Well, Tomori's killing in the Italian league." Bro, if you've watched some Italian football, and I do because I enjoy watching it because it's on a different time than Premier League, it ain't great over there. That's why they haven't won the Champions League or been relevant in the Champions League for so long. It's the football at a certain point is not good. It's like the Bundesliga. It's like La Liga. At a certain point, below a certain, like 5 or 6 teams. Yeah.
No, which is why I think Koulibaly's had a up and down. I'm not saying he's terrible, but he's just taking time to adjust. And it obviously the pace and everything over here is different. So, but it's like, well, I agree. I mean, Chalobah's obviously there because how the squad's made up. Okay, in terms of and out of the two, I'd rather. I saw Aspie against Southampton, man. I don't know. I know he played at right back, and he might be different right centre back, but man, he was that performance at Southampton. I didn't see a lot last time. That performance at Southampton that brought me back to Ivanovic in 15-16. Just watching Ivanovic the drop off, and it was like, he can't play. You play four at the back. I don't care. You can never play Aspie at right back. It's just not going to work. It's
it is what it is. Yeah, it might be cup games. It might be Tuesday, right?
Yeah.
Because Aspie will look good against those guys in whatever formation you put him in. He's gonna look like he's better than them because those are a bunch of farmers. And
would you play Thiago Tuesday? Because obviously
I would not.
Yeah, I would not either. That's the thing. We got a man now. Now it's 2 games a week, or sometimes 3 even. But this is at the point where you have to. That's why the 4 at the back makes sense, because you're limiting the number of players at the back. So,
right.
I would not play him at Zagreb, because obviously then we've got Fulham on the lunchtime kickoff on the Saturday. But I would not play him. I'm not playing him at all. I'd freeze this man. Cryogenically freeze him after every game.
Andrew, can I ask you a question?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Did you see Aspie's clearance on the corner kick?
Yes, and did you also notice, Carlito, the second goal? Right?
Yes.
Did you notice that the Southampton guy had enough time to touch the one who scored, touch the ball, and set himself up for the shot?
He had a set touch.
Yeah, Aspie had enough time to watch him and then try and attempt to block him. I'm convinced Aspie of old would have got over there and would have blocked him. I'm convinced of it. But he had enough to. It was, that call. Everyone's going, you can blame Koulibaly and Mendy for the first one part of it. Well, I blame Aspie as well for that clearance. That was a shocking.
No, you can't clear the ball on the ground to the guy who's waiting for the ball. The guy at the top of the 18. The reason that coaches set up a person at the top of the 18 is for bad clearances.
Right.
It's literally why you have a shooter. It's the shooter. The shooter is waiting there. It's not the guy with the headers. It's not the physicality guy. It's the finesse guy that can shoot the fucking ball.
Dude, it's Steph Curry. It's Steph Curry.
He's literally waiting for the tipped rebound to go right to his feet so he can put it right in the corner. Yeah, no, it was a terrible clearance by Aspie. And I'm sorry, look, Aspie has played. He's 33 years old. He's played enough games of a 40-year-old. Like, it's just not there. He's played too much.
He's played some seasons. He's played every single minute of every
65 games. Like, he's played 65 games in some years. Yeah. It's just it's very surprising that we did keep him, because situations like Tuesday happen, and that's where you're like, oh, this is why we wanted to sell him.
Yeah, and it also makes me laugh when other Chelsea fans go, man, I think we spent too much time getting transfers in for the defence. So are you effing mental? Are you not seeing the fall off especially last season when we had to play Alonso and Aspie for the bulk of the second half of the season? And you're seeing the drop off here. You saw the drop off against Southampton. What are you talking about?
Can you imagine if Fofana was in that game? They would never have scored.
Well, yeah, he certainly wouldn't have made any clearances like that. And oh my god!
But here's the beauty of it is that although this took a while, we did get our guy. We did get Fofana.
Yeah.
And what does that do to probably our best player, Reece James? It allows him to push. You know what I mean? Like,
yes.
Our back 5 is now complete. Like, this is like what we've all been waiting for, right?
Yeah, it was an actual thing. It was like last season.
And by the way, Mark Cucurella, really good. I'm not going to say that he's better than Ben Chilwell. I'm going to say I'm really happy that we have them both.
Yeah, I think they're different players, actually.
I just think they're both really good. I'm fine with they're both being really good.
How about it's just options?
Dude.
Fan base. Always Cucurella. Always better than Chilwell. It's like,
who cares?
Who cares? We've got River Alonso and Emerson.
Both these guys. Yeah, but Andrew, guess what? They're both just really fucking good. Like that's
Yeah,
great.
exactly. Yeah.
I would even if we didn't have James for a stretch or he was resting, I would put Chilwell on the left and bring Cucurella and play him at right wing back. I would
Absolutely.
do that.
Why not? Why not?
Just that. I was thinking that for Tuesday. We know when we're doing a lineup. So I was thinking that should have been an option. Whether you
That
play
should have.
Hey, Jared. Hey, Jared.
or
Who
not.
who messaged you that? Who messaged you that? Because you know I did.
You probably did.
I said no. I said put Chilwell. I said put Chilwell at right wing back.
Yeah. Well, you have to because Cucurella has midfield skills.
Oh,
he's
yeah.
more. He doesn't have the crosses Reece James. He doesn't cross like Reece James. Reece James has a wicked bend. It's like it's better than most people's shots on. I mean, even his shots on goal are just amazing. But he just every time he hits the ball, it's like, dude, how do you get that much whip on that ball?
It's because he's strong, man. It's because he's really strong.
Cucurella does have some fade to it. It's like hitting a fade or a slice.
Yeah.
For me, Reece James, if he's playing, it would slice the ball. It's bad, but in football, if you could slice a football, it's amazing. Cucurella is more of a fade. It fades in. It's not a wicked bend to it. And I don't know if we have any golfers, but I'm sorry.
I'm a golfer. I've won a tournament or two.
Well, gee, of course you did.
Of course.
He also swam the Atlantic with sharks chasing him.
Dude, the Pacific. Come on, get it right.
sorry, man.
Well, hold on. What I have to ask is, were you Lampard in?
No, I fucking hated Lampard.
What the hell?
I fucking hated Lampard. What are you talking about? You never deserved a job.
Yeah, and folks, I will tell you right now, this is probably the worst Man City team that you've seen in the last 5 years.
Man City? Oh,
Yeah.
in terms of defense? Oh, wow. They're leaky.
Yeah.
They're leaky fellas.
Yeah. Look, they had to get rid of some players, and we all know why they had to have
Jared, too
Yeah.
many.
too many, and FFP. Let's just call it what it is.
Yeah.
They had to. We got to balance out. And go ahead.
Because I tell you why. Everyone's going, we bought Haaland for 51 million. Go do your research on that deal about agents' fees, the father's fee, everything else, all other fees. That is not 51 million.
It's about 120. It's about 120.
Yeah, it might say it on the transfer, but go actually look at that. It's different from. I know other transfers have different, maybe additional fees and stuff like that. Not like this. That's why we didn't pay it.
Hey, Andrew, would they consider the additional? Now we know there were additional fees.
Yeah.
Those additional fees, would they be able to consider those to be just business expenses, and not on the books?
I don't know. It depends how they choose to report it, I suppose.
But it wasn't their spend; it was their revenue v spend. Their revenue was inflated because of sweetheart deals.
That is not the only reason their revenue was inflated. That is not the only reason. There are some very interesting post office boxes for certain companies in a certain country that do not exist, that apparently generate 50 to 100 million in revenue a year, and those companies do not exist.
Yeah, it's like the Barcelona creating their own companies to buy their own TV rights.
It's unbelievable.
I was just violated again. By the way, this is horrible, man. I get violated on my own show,
brother. Your handicap is larger than your weight. Get the fuck out of here. You know that Stash can't hit a golf ball.
Okay. Actually, when I was playing all the time, it was about 9.
I'm kidding. I'm sure you were pretty good.
So I have a brand new set. I bought a set of pings.
Yeah.
And they came from the factory. I had them custom made.
Nice.
And I played with them twice. The first time I played with them, I actually got to the golf course and took the plastic off the clubs.
Very nice.
but I love them. I just don't get to play. It's been really hot this summer here in Texas, so I haven't played a whole lot. But when I start playing, I don't want to pat myself on the back, but I could be a scratch golfer.
Have you noticed that TaylorMade has almost dominated the marketing scene of golf lately? TaylorMade is everywhere.
I don't watch golf anymore.
Oh,
It's
well,
it's so boring.
I do. Anyways, back to football.
Back to football. So I just want to say, hey, probably right now it would not be a great thing to come watch me play, but let me go out and start playing every week. Yeah, I'd play in tournaments, especially when your handicap is inflated and you're better than your handicap. That's always fun.
Mm.
Um,
They've had to. That's why Man City have had to. That's why they've had to raise loads of money this summer and sold like what we used to do, and sell all their kids basically to Southampton for like
Right.
millions of pounds, as well as I'm like obviously Jesus, Sterling, who else? I can't remember who else it was, but they've had to sell.
Zinchenko.
Yeah, they had to
Zinchenko.
sell them players. Obviously, balance the books a bit. That's why they didn't go. That's why they only wanted to pay a certain thing for Cucurella. They didn't want to go that further. That's why they bought a cheaper option. What was it, £21 million or something for some? I don't know. I can't remember.
To add to that,
Yeah.
Do you know how much Man City made in player sales?
I'm just saying about 200.
I will tell you
It's
exactly.
crazy.
I will tell you
And
exactly.
in saying that, like, there was a Chelsea fan on News Stream worried about Chelsea and FFP and stuff, and I'm like,
No.
Chelsea and City are both safe. The team that should be worried
It's
is
Arsenal.
Arsenal.
It's Arsenal. All right,
Which
so I'll
is-
tell you exactly how much they sold. This summer they made 176 million in sales.
100 and what?
176 million in sales.
Do you
Yeah,
know what?
or-
I think you know what people are doing. They're adding I think they made some sales in January. and they're
So
adding that.
there, I'll tell you exactly. It's Sterling 62, Gabriel Jesus 57, Zinchenko
this is in
38.
dollars, not pounds.
This is in euros because pounds.
Oh,
Euros and dollars are actually right.
Oh, that's
the
the
same.
new thing in euros. Yeah.
Yeah. So Zinchenko 38, Pedro Pere 10. Yeah. So this loans out to 175.
It's not about 5 youth players to Southampton or something like that.
Yeah. Some loan transfers, some stuff like that.
Yeah, which is the reason why, because they had to obviously get that. Well, yeah. That's
Andrew,
a
do you
couple
think that I actually think FFP is coming? Like really, I think they're coming.
Yeah, they could be. It'd be interesting to see what they do with people like PSG, because I know one of their like.
They
Oh,
just got
yeah.
fined today. They got fined today by
Yeah,
UEFA.
they-
What is 62 million?
Yeah.
Did they get 62 million?
Something like that. They got
Yeah,
fined
shit.
today.
Sheikh Mansour just found that in his golf bag.
Any Chelsea fans worried? I keep repeating this. Right?
No,
Not even-
no.
I'll just say this. This group, this new ownership has not even started. They've only had one sponsorship thing. That was the Well thing on the thing. And that's about 40 million. It's about 40 million a year or something like that. I can't remember.
It was double what we got from Hyundai or
Well,
something.
yeah.
like that.
and
And
what Andrew's
also-
alluding to is that like we're going to try and do a hell of a lot more sponsorship stuff than we
That-
had done in the past.
The free sponsorship is in its last year.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm convinced they're going to try and get the biggest shirt sponsored deal of all time.
Of all time.
Yeah. Premier League, whatever you want to put Premier League or what, I don't care. But they're going to try and get as close, as big as they can get. And also, they haven't got any. That's why they got that guy who worked for Man City in to do the commercial side, everything like that.
We're gonna have some of our own post PO boxes out of in the middle.
Dude, and Jared, Andrew, who do you think Bowley's going to call? He's going to call his American friends to
Yeah.
get
The
some of these
business people,
sponsors.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. You don't think him and Clear Lake are? Well, remember the story today. They said they've looked at which they should do. The DOF is not the only thing they're going to change.
They're changing everything.
They're going to change everything.
Yeah.
This is why the LA Dodgers, if you've looked at their standings right now, the LA Dodgers are on pace to be the best baseball team ever. And so yeah, I mean, and
While
Bowley,
still spending a lot.
of
While still
course.
spending exactly, they spend a lot.
Well, there's the only salary cap in baseball is a different type of salary cap.
Yeah, it's,
You go to luxury cap, and there's all sorts of things that you can do.
you pay a fine That's fine.
Yeah, yeah, but that's
They don't
that's fine.
care.
It's fine if you win the series.
They
It
don't
doesn't
give a
really matter.
shit. They don't give a shit.
So, to all my English friends out there, you might want to learn the Pledge of Allegiance because
Yes,
it's you're basically, if you're Chelsea, you're going to be run like an American club
Hey,
is run.
hey, Jared, what's that scene? What's that scene to Remember the Titans?
I
Denzel
never,
goes up to
I
Garrett.
never watched Remember the Titans.
So
You remember?
Denzel goes up to Garrett. He's like, "So, who's your daddy, Gary?
Yeah.
Boy, if you want to get on that bus, if you want to play for this team, you know, tell me who your daddy is, right? You know who your daddy is, right? It's Todd Bowley. That's right.
I'm
Yeah.
your daddy. Yeah.
They are going to modernize the way the clubs run. And look, after a certain point, Roman's focus was not Chelsea.
Yeah.
This happened earlier than before he lost his passport and couldn't go in anymore. And so when you're uninterested as an owner, the team starts it moves through the company, and
Sure.
you can tell from the buys that we made, the deals, even in marketing that we made, they just weren't really good deals.
The sales
And-
we didn't do.
The sales we didn't do, some of the sales we did do, all those things. That's because your owner couldn't.
Absent. It's absent.
He was absent, and you had somebody else running it who
Couldn't be in the country.
Yeah.
He couldn't be in the country, so you know.
And I think that the Lukaku buy for me
Whew.
was his last attempt because he just won the UCL. I
Yeah.
think after he won the UCL, he was like he knew then he was selling Chelsea Football Club, and so he wanted to spice it up and get as good as we could get because he knew what was coming down the pipe. Right? He's an oligarch in Russia.
Yeah,
He knew.
If anybody
He knew
that
something was
anybody
going
that
on.
doesn't think that he knew that this is coming, oh, he knew.
And Chelsea was his parachute plan.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So you know he's got 2.5 billion.
Yeah, I mean,
that
Jared.
will remain untouched by sanctions or whatever. Once he's able to get that money, it won't be something he'll have to pay in fines because it was a business in England and not in Russia.
I mean, Jared
So-
Prime, Andrew, why would he give a fuck if the country he's investing so much money into, because the Chelsea Football Club is not just a business, it's a cultural icon, it's a staple, it's part of the economy. And if the country that he's pumping so much into doesn't even want him there, I don't blame him for having some malaise and for just having some lethargy towards the concept of continuing to fund a club in a country that he's not wanted in.
And he was still treated like that even after what he did. But in the COVID, the
Yeah.
height of the COVID era, you know, was keeping the
It's unbelievable, by the way.
everything, didn't lay off anyone, keeping Stamford Bridge open, the hotels open for NHS staff. You know, there's always been this link with him and other areas, political thing. But you know, it's just you've never. If that was the case, you've only been ready to prove anything now. When a war started, essentially, you've not been able to do anything before that. You've been able to ban him or keep him on a visa or something like that. But you know, I can understand that, and that's why he didn't invest in the stadium after they revoked his visa. You know,
Right.
you know,
Which we've been going for an hour and a half.
You say that.
Yeah.
But also
So-
the likes of
Go
Rory.
ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, I'm saying, Andrew, you said about the stadium stuff, but also the likes of Rory making it
Yeah.
a pain.
Yeah, the club owners, the pitch owners.
Oh man,
Look, a club should be able to own their own field. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
What happened? What happened?
The pitch owners and their BS about not being able to build a new stadium. And all
you
that
mean
crap.
this? You mean the symbolic thing that they
Yeah.
think that is actually real? Oh, shut the fuck up! Pitch owners, Chelsea supporters, just Baku Brian. That's all bullshit. That's bullshit. That is all symbolic. That is all handshake, wink, wink. Oh yeah, we're going to promise you that you actually have influence. Get the fuck out of here. Spare me that antiquated traditional stuff. This is American money, American rules. Get the fuck out of my way.
I listen. I wish there was some way that when they build all the stands are complete, there's a way to lift the entire stadium up, Move it like just 5 miles down the road and just leave the
Yeah.
pitch there with the pitch owners and then move it to a
Andrew.
new pitch.
Andrew,
Like
why do
The
you
Put
think-
arrogance.
it on
The
stilts.
arrogance.
that.
Andrew, why do you think I wanted Elon Musk as our owner?
Build it on Mars. I understand.
Yeah. That's why I wanted Musk. I love bowling now, but
Yeah.
Musk was the goal.
So, since we're coming to the end, I want to kind of. I said I wouldn't do predictions until the window closed. The window's now closed. And I'm not going to ask you all to predict the league because
Yes.
we only care about Chelsea, right?
Yeah.
So
I don't give a fuck about
I
anything
just
else.
want to end going around, and I'm going to start with Ryan. What do you think? Where do you think Chelsea's going to finish this year?
I have no idea.
That is. You just brought waffle to the barbecue, bro.
I don't care if I pissed in your lemonade.
Man.
I don't drink lemonade, so
No,
wonder
let
this-
me explain.
No wonder it tastes good.
Let me explain. All right. Yeah, this is the reason why. Number one, a lot of teams have money now, right?
Yeah.
Which is kind of why you have to spend a lot in order to entice teams to get rid of their players.
Yeah.
Because it's like, 10 million a decade ago is now 45 million.
Yep.
And it's because teams have more money. A lot of that is revenue split by virtue of media rights
TV.
deals. I mean, it's and not just that, it's sponsorships. It's the fact that the Premier League has fucking exploded. It's a global thing now. It's not regional. It is global. And everybody wants it. Everybody wants a piece of it. And all teams that are participating in the Premier League are all going to get a piece of it. And so even with the pandemic,
Yeah.
a lot of teams have got money. And on top of that, a lot of teams are spending money. They're buying players. They're getting better. And there is not as much of a disparity between what was the Big Six, and then everybody else. I don't know, man. I think there's a Big 12, which really just means that the league is just really good. And there's just a lot of parity. So for anyone to think that, or be so bold and presumptuous to think that there's a definitive answer to top four right now, you're fucking lying. And if you aren't lying, then you're actually just lying to yourself and you don't even know it. Okay, nobody fucking knows because this league is harder than it's ever been. That's why I'm saying I don't know, because it's going to depend on a lot of shit. And guess what? Part of that shit is luck.
okay. So you did put some syrup on that waffle. But,
How about them apples?
oh man! So I know he's got ball in his name right now, so we're gonna go to the baller down there. Andrew, what you got?
No, it's bowlers. Bowlers.
Bowlers. Listen, I understand it's an unpredictable season and everything like that. But I just say West Ham nearly spent 200 million
Seriously.
transfer window.
Seriously.
West Ham.
Come on, man.
They're the fourth or third.
Don't tell me these clubs don't have money
Yeah.
anymore, man. They all have money.
Exactly. But anyway, back to your original question. Just I think third again.
Yeah.
Because I think I'll give you a couple of reasons, and I think the league's a foregone conclusion. I think City are going to win it. But I think we will. I think us and Liverpool have nearly the same issues in terms of they're going through a transition as well. I think we'll be closer to Liverpool. We'll still be behind them, but we'll be close in points, single-digit points. I also think that Tottenham are very overrated, and you've already seen Antonio Conte complain about the transfer window today.
No.
Dude, Andrew is the best window they've ever had.
Yeah, you've already seen him complain today, so no doubt we
Oh my god.
we all know he's going to want at least 4 new players in January.
I thought that him being Italian, he would know not to be the rat. But he's always the freaking rat, dude. He's always ratting it. It's not me, it's him.
Yeah.
That's all his life right there.
I wanted these guys, but they didn't get me.
Jesus.
But
I mean, the worst. He's the fucking worst. I hate the manager. I hate him so much.
I think third, and a huge concentration on the Champions League this season.
Yeah, this is another. Again, this is a team just like 2 years ago, Andrew. where I said it the November prior to us winning the Champions League on my podcast. I said we're going to win the Champions League, and then we did.
Wow.
No fucking lie. I'm dead serious on that, and I have the clips. But I still think again, like we have the type of team that can absolutely just go on a run. And last year, the Alonso goal being taken away from us was the same scenario where that was still a team that any given day could win any game. Like no matter the opponent, this team can win any fucking game. So you give us a single elimination tournament, we will absolutely go on a run. Absolutely.
So I'm going to move to Prime and get his prediction, but I'm going to ask him, and then we can come back to you too. There's the caveat to where you think we're going to finish. Does it matter league position if we win the Champions League? So answer that yes or no as well.
Yes,
it does.
I'll let Prime go.
Yeah, okay, let's say if we just finish outside the top 4, get Champions League and win the Champions League, does it matter?
No.
Yes.
Finishing 5th.
It doesn't.
Yes.
Matter.
You're talking about is it revenue higher on top 4?
I don't care. You win a 3rd European Cup in 11 years. We equal United's entire.
Wait, hold on.
European
Are you saying either or, Jared?
No, I said is it acceptable? We're talking about we want to all finish in the top 4, right?
Yeah.
So we have Champions League. But if we win the Champions League, we're in the Champions League. So if we finish 5th with the Champions League, is that better in some cases?
Well,
finishing
come on. Of course it is.
Well,
of course it is. Come on.
Active listening.
Okay.
Active listening, Carlito. Active listening. Come on.
I just got scolded.
Too much potato salad at this barbecue. Come on.
Oh, too much sauce. No. Andrew, Prime, fucking Jared. Of course, dude. Champions League is everything. You win Champions League, you're set for life. These players will all be immortal. The players of 2021, they're immortal.
Yeah.
Timo Werner, as much as Andrew hates him, I'm sure deep down he still loves Timo for the run he made in the final.
Sure.
Well, he's like Forrest Gump.
Okay. You know what?
He's like Forrest Gump out on the football field.
Fuck it, dude. I tried.
So Prime, the floor is now yours. Let's see what you have to say.
I've been saying since the summer, we will finish top 4, just because
I think
even us at our inconsistent worst, I don't think it is worse than, how do I word this correctly? Us being inconsistent and at our worst is not worse than Man United, Arsenal, and Spurs at their best. And I don't think they're going to be exceptional, regardless of all these transfers they've made and stuff. I don't see them being exceptional, better than us to get top 4. I don't care where we finish because we're not winning the league. So you finish 2nd, 3rd, 4th, I won't really care or complain. I don't care. Your answer about Champions League, if we win the Champions League, we also have to finish in top 4. Me saying that, I'm not going to cry if we finish 10th and win it. Right. The only exception I'll allow is if we just finish 5th, we have to win the domestic trophy with it. So if we win the FA Cup, then we can just because that's the excuse. That's the excuse I'll use. We threw away the top 4 race to focus on the Champions League and FA Cup finals.
You guys, if Haaland gets injured, City is so fucked. So guys, don't even you guys are throwing away the season already. I would not. This is an injury. This is an injury-prone player who is too physical with his style of play.
No, Carlito, I'm not throwing away the season, but I'm just saying, even if City give us a chance to get into it, I don't trust Havertz. And
we just got Aubameyang. Come on.
I don't trust Aubameyang and Sterling to fire us into a title. No, not that.
I trust.
Hold on. No. Let me reword that. Not that I don't trust them. I don't trust our creativity to get them enough goals.
Okay. By the way, did you guys watch even the little bit of the other game? Did you watch how assertive Armando Broja is?
Yeah.
Holy
dominance,
buddy. he's got like real powerful speed. Guess what? Not unlike Aubameyang when he was at Dortmund. Like that dude, I think that dude actually, by the way, he also has foot skills. So it's not like just speed. I think this guy's actually going to be a player. I really do.
That's why we wanted to keep him.
Yeah, he did something.
He just got a 6-year deal. He just got a 6-year deal today.
The Southampton game when he came on, he did that piece of skill and then he crossed.
Yeah,
that's the ball that should be crossed into him.
Yeah,
not the other way around. You know
like I mean? Andrew, you see what I'm seeing, right? Like there is something there. There is 2 years. 2 years from now. I mean, come on, man.
I trust this guy to use his physicality, so I'm fine with that.
Yeah,
So,
I agree.
What do you think, Jesters?
I'm going to show you how to bring something to the barbecue.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
We will finish at least second this year.
Ooh, okay.
Liverpool
Spicy.
will finish at the most fourth.
Ooh. Oh.
And
I'm
we
sorry.
are winning the Champions League again.
No, hold on.
Woo! I'm touching my nipples. I'm touching my nipples.
The only thing I want to discuss. You said Liverpool will finish at most fourth.
Correct.
Yeah, their midfield stinks.
So okay, what's your top four?
I got it right now. Man City.
No, Jester, because he said it. What's your top four?
I've got 4 Liverpool, United, us, and City.
United. Wow.
Yes.
I respect it.
Hey, by the way, everybody writing off Jadon Sancho. I wouldn't. He's a very good player. I wouldn't write him off, dude. I wouldn't.
Well,
this fucking guy can play. He can
They
fucking
fixed
play.
their biggest problem, which was
if United get top four,
Yeah.
if United finishes above Liverpool and Arsenal and Spurs don't make top, you know the chaos that will ensue.
Yeah.
What against 10% of the world that's actually on Twitter? Who cares?
I am here for the chaos.
No.
My numbers will go up.
That's a real barbecue. That's a real
I love
barbecue.
chaos.
Right?
That's what I'm saying. I love chaos.
No, are you talking about like I mean, if Arsenal doesn't get top four, Arteta's fucking fired.
Yeah.
Nah, he won't be. He won't get sacked.
Oh no, they'll get rid of him. He'll have to go.
He will be fired.
See, the thing, what happens, look, I need to explain to what happens when you're upper management, like Edu and all the people in the middle. When shit rolls, it rolls downhill.
Ooh,
So-
it rolls
and they're in the
real
middle of the
downhill,
hill.
don't it? It rolls
And
downhill, don't it?
Arteta's at the bottom of the hill looking up with his mouth open. That's how bad it will be if they don't get top four.
He must make a sacrifice.
It's going to be the Indiana Jones scene all over again.
Oh my god.
So,
Tremendous. I had a great time today.
yeah, so did I. Thank you for coming on as always, Ryan. To Andrew, to Prime, thank you for being here. I enjoyed it. Josh Lewis who came on.
Yeah.
Spatula.
Yeah. Hey, those are illegally used certain ways in some countries. So you make sure you read the rule book, okay? Read that rule book. All right. For the panel, thank you to the chat and everybody who was here. Drop a like, subscribe, tweet this bad boy out so we can get some more viewers on.
Yes.
Other than that, y'all have a turn your notifications on so ring that bell. And till next time, y'all stay safe out there.
Tuchel out.
Oh, you fucking